the food or not. So hourly basis or 2 hourly basis, checking the we are checking the metal detector, it is operative or not. After that what happen if suppose any metal found during the production, so in that time discard the product in which the metal is found. And the main thing is our every record in the hard copy, in the soft copy, in the video form, in the footage form, and in the uh, our photos. So these all the record is useful whenever any customer complaints comes from the customer end. That time you only are responsible. Only quality team is responsible. No production team, no storage team, no hygiene team. No one is. Why the complaints comes from the customer end. So in that time, what you have to start. I am going to now start our job role. See, first of all, in setup, which type of plant it is. Plant is should be very neat and clean. There is no unhygienic and no any type of leakage, of pest, no any type of any dirty which can comes product base and it which can contaminate our food. And the second thing is our means our personal hygiene means the workers who are working all from the management to the labor all neat and clean. See, all are coming from the outsides like some hostel, someone is coming by car, someone is coming by the buses. So you are well clean. Yeah, you are bathing, you bath, you clean everything. But during the you are not well and prepared. Means see, like in the corona pandemic, you know about the hand washing and the sanitary thing. So this is start from the last 1.5 year after the starting the corona pandemic. But if you are in industry, so this is your habitual on a daily basis. You should wear mask. You should wear. So like first of all, should ensure that the worker, the responsibility of the you, your responsibility, the person is coming inside the plant is pure hygienic. We are set up the our out changing room. In the out changing room, you have lockers, not like it's not like our classroom that you are come and inside. So in plant, what happen? You remove your. So this is the one SOP. Every work you have SOP, standard operating procedure. So of the from the entry from outside to inside the plant, one SOP is present. First, you remove your shoes and you wear the company shoes, which is pure, neat and clean, and it is provided by the laundry team of your company. So first you remove your street shoes, keep it in the rack of the street shoes. You then you remove your shoes You change your shoes, company shoes. After that, wear the hair net, wear the mask, and then after you can wear the coat, which is fully covered from your neck to the knee. So it is covered. After that, when inside the plant, in that time the hygiene station is available. Hygiene station, you have first step the liquid soap. Second step is your gumboot washer, which clean your bottom side of your shoes. And third is your sanitation. Means first, if you cannot bypass from that place, from hygiene station, first you have to take the soap, then you have to wash your hand. After that, the lock will be open, and then you can enter inside the shoes washer section. Then your shoes will be washed. All hygiene machine is on sensor base. So then you enter, and after that, when you sanitize, that time it's open, and then you enter inside it. Okay, so that time is means you are well clean and sanitized. Now you are eligible for the working inside our plant. And also the machinery, all the tables, all the racks, all the plastic crates and everything which are our product contact surfaces where our food will be contact. So all is neat and clean in the night shift by the hygiene team. And then you have to ensure that it is very cleaned and contamination free. How can you ensure? So in that time you have one apparatus instrument that is name is ATP machine. Means that is adenosine triphosphate, as you know well. So that is a ATP machine in which you have a swab. Inside it the ATP is present in the solid form. When you take the and after that you can shake, and within 10 seconds you can get the result. And the ATP, adenosine phosphate, can assure that here on your product contact surface there is no any type of contamination is present. So you can ensure every machine before starting the production. That is our role. First, to check the personal hygiene. Machine is working. Hygiene section machine is working. Okay. All the personals who is coming to the work, they are clean cut. Oh yeah. They all are wearing mask, and they all are wearing hair caps and uniform neat and manner. Okay, that all are your responsibility. You are not just a chemist, or you are not just a biochemist. After that, you check and verify all the uh, product contact surfaces, and you check all your personals, and you check the machine, the hygiene machine. That if you check the working machine is okay, so it means all are neat and clean. Because and the CCTV footage is also there. You can if you have time, you can check and verify what is the process is going on, either they are following the steps well manner or not. If not, if they maybe they have bypassing anything, so you can get information from CCTV footage. You should have the information track. So in that time, you can get the information from the CCTV footage. The send mail to the management team, sir, the personals are not following the rules. So this step is our plant is ready and personal is ready for the work well and clean manner. The second is the food from where you are purchasing raw food you are purchasing like tomato, like for ketchup, like you are purchasing potato for chips, or you are purchasing the meat or poultry products from the meat. So in that time, you have to ensure that what our team or say procurement team is purchasing the raw material, it is good and fit product or not. So that time you have to check that is pre-operational activity. Means before the operation, you can check and verify the store team or purchasing team are the good thing or not. Second, okay, they are providing the suppliers are providing you the COA, that is certificate of analysis. Certificate in which suppose you are purchasing milk, raw milk, so they are providing COA means certificate of analysis in which how much fat inside it, how much protein, what the nutritional fact, what is present. So you can check in your laboratory. There is many instrument from where you can check how much protein and fat and other vitamins either in it is in standard or it is below or above the standard. If it is below and above the standard what they provide the COA, so then you can raise complaint to the suppliers. Okay, after that, okay, if it is as per your requirement either you are received, but next thing is same. If in the customer end the protein will be either you are mentioning that in which protein is 16, but the buyer or any exporter who purchase the product or food from you test, maybe he found 12% only protein, but you are mentioning in your nutritional fact protein should be in 16%. That time complaints comes from the customer end that your brand, your that you are you said you and you assure that the should have the 16% protein, but here I checked that is 12% protein. So the product uh, in that time they can complain to your management and all the complaints comes in your team, quality control team. Only verifying uh, before you are verifying everything, after then only they can dispatch customer end. And if customer complaints come, so it is only your fault. So in each and every step you have or and you have to uh, monitor, you have to control every standards, every type of standard is there. After that, the I told hazard free product. So hazard is four types. Like first is biological hazard. In biological hazard, microorganism or any type of contamination from food, from water, and bacterial growth comes in your food. So that time your food is contaminated. So that is biological hazard. Physical hazard like any jewelry means if the workers are coming inside the factory, they are wearing the jewelries, they are wearing any rings. So if have it has chance to come and pack with the food, and the customer complaint will come that the foreign object like metal or any jewelry or any nails comes with food. So that is the physical hazard problems. Complaint will be comes from the customer end. So maintenance team, see your machinery will work. Your machine department also coming for the work for maintenance. So in that time, maybe they leave something like any instrument, any nails they leave there. They not clean properly. So at that time also you have to check. You have to check and verify. The maintenance team also come up and he will say to you, sir, I work and I corrected this machine, and after that please you can check the area, and if you can check the area and then you sign, and you check the area and then you sign in their paper. After that he is very confident that yeah, the quality people sign here, it means the area is perfect. In that time you have to aware that you should not buy thing, because there are many type of risk will be create which cause our food. So third is chemical contamination. Chemical contamination means during your break time, break means like Sunday if you are not working day, off day. So in the Sunday on weekly basis, pest control team is working inside your plant. They are spraying the pesticides because it's can assure that there is pest free. So they are doing working in the company, okay, during the week on weekly basis. After that, what happened? After the pest spray, before you are going to start the production, your hygiene team should be clean each and everything, because the pest is on your product contact surfaces. So so you assure that either team is and after that it is cleaned by the hygiene team or not. Okay. So you can assure that, because if not, if they work, pest control team work, and after that the hygiene team not work, and then you start. So it's have 100% chance for the residue of your pesticide comes with the food, and it can cause many type of foodborne illness diseases, okay, like vomiting, diarrhea, stomach pain, and lastly it may cause death also. And the second third thing is fourth our hazard, that is allergens, okay. So that is allergens. So many type of allergen is present like nuts. There are 14 type of allergens. You can check if you know well. Milk, and because many people are allergic with the milk, many allergic with nuts. So like if you are preparing any food in which milk is present, so you can mention this additional fact that milk is present. If I am allergic of the milk, so that time I know that milk is inside this product, so I cannot eat it because it is allergic for me. So in that time, if you use any type of allergen, so you can mention on your nutritional fact labeled what you labeled on the food that they have this type of allergens. So this is four type of allergens. So first raw material. After that, when you start the production, that time it's depend upon your what type of food preparing. So your production team have the recipe. So in the based on that recipe, mix the raw material. They are mixing the seasoning. They are mixing the other water, milk, and whatever present. After that, before the forming of the food or before the forming of any product, they are mixing and they are preparing the mixture based on the recipe. And after that, the samples comes up to for checking that the recipe based on their recipe they are preparing and they are grinding, they are mixing, prepare the product. So it is based on your standard. So that time the samples come inside the lab. You are checking. Then you know about every standard that preparing this product. So protein is this much percent, fat is this much percent, this much percent. Okay. So like of protein test apparatus, many type of fat test apparatus there. It's take very long time, but uh, big food manufacturing companies they have a very highly expensive and instrument, and that instrument can analyze your fat and protein and in 10 seconds. The apparatus name is NDC machine. NDC machine. You call NDC machine. In that apparatus, you can check within 10 seconds how many percent of fat, protein, and moisture and collagens and other nutritional is present inside. Either it is perfect as per your standard or not. If not, so in the recipe you choose, sir, to the management team, sir, what you prepare the recipe in which the standard protein is 60, but the sample what I receive and check that is 14%. So they that time they have the mixture adjustment chart. Means if you have other protein is 14%, but so you need to add amount of this in the in the mixture. So based on your analysis, they can adjust, and after that they will start the production. They will start the production like if you are production like butter. So they are cutting in the size, fit 25 grams butter or half an kg butter. So they have the machine for the cutting of the butter, like patties and meat patties and other different type of product. What so the time after that when the production is started, because the production is started now, because you check and verify that is in national standard is matching. So now they are starting the production. So after that, what happened? After that, now your risk is what they are producing. It should be in our standard weight. Okay. So Not only your MSc biochemistry will be useful, what you are studying from class 1 to 12th in BSc section or in MSc, every step will be useful in your professional life. So in that time, wait that you check and verify the weight. Not every means you have a frequency of the verification and monitoring of everything. Like one batch, 1000 kg. If 1000 kg is produced, you can check 1 kg or 2 kg or 3 kg product weight. So in which you can easily know, yes, the first batch 1000 kg butter is produced. In that time, I check 100 pieces of butter, all butter 5 kg, it is 25 gram. So yeah, sir, it is 25.1, 25, 25.2 like this. So you have idea because if you are not following this step, suppose and the customer purchase, the maybe it is 20 gram, is have chance. So that time the customer will raise the issue, sir, what I purchase the butter and what I purchase any food from your company, that is that have the issue. So if underweight issue will comes from the customer end, in that time you have your record that because you have they have every traceability, they have that providing the screening on the carton, labeling on the carton, labeling on the and date of the product. They can track you that in which day, in which batch you are producing this product. Okay, the traceability, screening traceability. So that time you can check your record. You cannot bypass it. If you, it's it's affect your career. Okay, so that is the weight and of dimension. Like you are preparing the pizza, so your standard is it should be 15 means it is circular in shape, 15 centimeter in their dimension both in. Okay, so they are producing from the machinery because it's cut from the machinery end and its dimension is enlarged is on there the product mixing softness. If it is soft, so maybe after the cutting it's maybe enlarged. Like if you um, make the chapati, if the flour is soft, so that time the dimension of degraded. So like this, you have to confirm that what they are producing and their roughness, their moisture, everything is under standard. So only they are forming what they are forming your pizza, the weighted and means it is in standard weight, and second it is in the your dimension also. Okay, so you have to check the dimension, and after that, okay, after that there are different type of products having different type of storage things like chilled state or normal state. So like I will explain you about the frozen state because I'm working last 9 years in the frozen department. So I can explain roughly in the frozen state about like see in the frozen state that the temperature of the product is minus 18 degrees Celsius. So in which what happen, you have three type of freezers. And the first is direct contact freezer, which can freeze your product in 3 hours. First is, second is freezer, which can freeze your product by putting by air pressure. And third is freezer, that is also comes in the air freezer, in which your product is room under the spiral, in which temperature in all three states the temperature of the freezer is minus 30 degrees Celsius. So in which your product will inside the freezer, and when it's come out from the freezer, so in that time the inner core temperature should 18 degrees Celsius. And in that time, you know that we can save our by freezing. When I freeze any product, so you know well about biochemistry. No, when I seal our when I freeze our product, that time the activity of enzymes which is present in cell, living cell, is deactivated. So in that time the food is not degraded, and after the frozen food uh, life is should be extend up to 1 to 2 years. It depend upon your food, which type of food it is. Depend upon your uh, customer requirements. Okay, so in that time also, and verify that the freezer is working in good manner or not. It is main. Yeah, okay. You putting your product inside the freezer, okay, and after that when it's come out, so the temperature is minus 18 or not. So that time you have to check the product temperature. You have you should have the photo, because if not, maybe sometime the maintenance and refrigeration team will be said, sir, it's okay. So it can quality team not check. So the temperature of the product is minus 10, minus 9 only. The production team will be packed to the customer end. After that, when it is stored in the warehouse, the temperature get down, and then food will be contaminated. After the complaints will come. Okay, so that's happened. So in that time you have to monitor it, you have to record it, and you have to document it. In that way, system is changed. So you have the GPS. So you have the temperature reading. So you can place that data logger in chiller. You can place the data logger in processing area. You can place the logger in every department, like chiller, like cold store, warehouse. You know that the chiller temperature is 5 degrees. One main chiller is 0 degrees Celsius, and the working place where the workers are working, that is 12 degrees Celsius, and the cold storage is minus 18 degrees Celsius. So you placed already one data logger, because you are not going to check every time, every hour, because you have so many work. So you have data logger. After that, monthly basis, on weekly basis, you can get easily information of hourly based data from the data logger. That cold storage, what is the temperature in 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Okay, so easily you can know. So every to you. After that, the freezer van is there in your warehouse team. They can load your product and attach to the customer end. So you have to monitor the temperature, working area, your lab, your chiller, your warehouse, and everything. See, after is that is all the step what you have to monitor. That is the role of online QC, means that quality controller, which can raise the issue. Sir, based on our standard, the temperature is minus, plus 12, but now it is 16 degrees Celsius. Why? Immediately you have to inform your refrigeration, and they will come and correct this that one. Huh? So that is their responsibility. You have just to check and verify and investigate. Nothing else. And after that, uh, is the work of online QC. After that, you have every record. The main thing is documentation, present, because like from the first end, you have that, sir, today 30 members come and all are well clean, and they not have, they are clean shave, because if they are not clean shave and long hair, so it has hair contamination. If any hair contaminant customer complaint comes from the customer end, time that day is very, because we can screen our product. That product is produced in this date, in this batch, in this time. Okay. After that, what happen? If there comes from the customer end, that time they will send you the photo by mail that we. So after that, what happen? After that, the management team will check that in that time what who is in charge of in that area. Okay, you are the quality in charge of that area. Why here is comes? Because here is comes from the many end. Maybe it's come from the raw material. Maybe it's come from the uncleanness uh, of the product contact surface. Maybe it's come from the human error. Maybe their beard is long. Time your document will be checked. Okay, Salman, you are there. So how many members? Please give me the hygiene checklist of that day. That time they will check. Okay. So each and everything will be checked and will be documented. If you have all records, all every traceability, everything, so that is useful for you. So this is the thing. After that, uh, when see, and also this is your role inside the production area. But after that also, there are many government teams up to you, like pollution department, like SDM, and food safety team will come up to you. So in that time also they can ask record. So every record is maintained by your. So I think you know about FSSI, the Food Safety and Standard Authority of India department, which is comes inside the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. So that is FSSI. They are providing you the license number. After that, only you are eligible for produce any food. You have food license number. You can purchase anything. You can purchase anything. So in which the food safety HSI number is there. So that number, registered number or legal number, is provided by the FSSI team. So how they are giving you the FSSI number? Before that, their team is coming from health and family welfare in your plant, in your factory. They can visit, they can check thing, either all are laboratories in standard manner or not. Workers, plant, everything check. They have a standard checklist. They can check with that checklist that you following every step or not. If you follow, if you show all the documents to them, they can ask you the NOC, they can ask you the pollution department. So if you can show each and everything, so they can provide you the FSSI license. And after that, your company is eligible to use the food, safety food. After that, what happened? Like I'm standards. What type of standards in your food? Like microbial standards of your uh, milk, microbial or biochemistry standard of what butter is. You have one standard, that is Bureau of Indian Standard, BIS. BI is Bureau of Indian Standard, that is comes under Ministry of Consumer Affairs. So BIS, that PPT is available in your the Google standard, and there is a book also available, BIS, in which every food, every product, Indian standard is there. Okay, so you can know from there. And after that, like you know about alcohol you purchase, isopropanol is you purchased, your laboratory team is purchased, is 99% or 100% alcohol is there, 99%. But suppose any supplier give you isopropanol, you purchase from the end. So how can you know that this isopropanol is 99%? Maybe they can give you that is 50%. So that time you have to check and verify. How can you check and verify? Of hydrometer. You can check and verify that, because some lot of members in all over world selling their product in fake manner, artificial product, the fake product. So the branded value, it's depend upon your quality standard, how you are maintaining your quality, and how you are forming and maintaining your every quality standards. So you can check everything. And after that, you know the potato chips. So potato, inside the potato chips, there's a nitrogen gas is there. So that nitrogen gas is help you to prevent the oxidation of oil. Hmm. So there is machine is comes for the packaging in any food production unit. Either you are packing the namkeen, either you are packing the chip, either you are packing anything. You know the lace packet is very swallowed, so it is due to the filling of the nitrogen gas, and that nitrogen gas is used as a preservative, and it is prevent the oxidation of oil present in your chips. Suppose if that nitrogen gas is not present in your packet, the oil is oxidate. Oxidation happens of your oil, and after that, what happen? After that, the rancidation is happen. Means the rancid taste will come in your. So each and every step of your department and your factory is based on our subject only. You can just check, and never you cannot feeling. Suppose I know about my juniors, so many juniors, they leave the jobs. They join in the factory, and within 6 months, within 1 year, they leave the job. Why they have that much attitude? Don't know I am MSc biochemist. I am they go to the cold store to check the temperature. This is not my responsibility. I can check only the chemical standard. But listen carefully. If you do like this, so in the whole level, just a chemist only. You never promote as a manager. You never promote as in the management. You should learn every day. You should learn every activities. So only you can aware and you can know each and everything that is good for you and your professional career. Do not do like this, sir. So why should I measure the size of pizza? That is not my way, not my job. No, her job. Okay. So these all the activities, and I will prepare the one PPT for you all, and I will send to the Kanita ma'am surely, and you all. That is good for you all. That is a value-based webinar. I hope it's good and informative for you all. And thank you, ma'am. If any have any question, please.
Thank you, Saman, for your detailed lecture. Actually, I was astonished to hear for 1 hour complete. You are just actually, you don't have any connection with lecture and your job. But it's a great talent of yours to have speaking for the past 1 hour. Thank you very much. It was excellent. I hope that each and every participant might have gained much knowledge regarding the food industry. It was like a tour to food industry.
Sorry, ma'am.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable information.
Virtual tour.
Yeah.
To food industry. Okay. Hand over the session to Abhirami.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, sir, for your valuable information about job role in food processing. It will definitely in future. Once again, thank you, sir. And now, if anybody want to ask any queries, please ask.
Query session is open. Kindly unmute yourself.
If anybody says.
Yes.
Hello.
Sir, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
I am from Tanjavur, from the IFC department.
Okay.
How can I join food safety department in Tamil Nadu? Various industry. How do I apply, sir?
So first of all, you can prepare one profile, sir, in the LinkedIn. That is very useful to you all. In LinkedIn, you all are your profile. That is very useful for you all because there are so many connections there. Because if you have and listen, one more thing is very good for you all, that if you want job, that time you have to pay because there are so many agents there.
Okay, sir.
So listen carefully. First of all, if you need job, they will ask to pay. They need you.
Okay, sir.
If they need you, so in that time, by the zero balance, so you can just increase your every knowledge and everything, and you can just prepare CV, as you all know how it is interactive, attractive CV it is, and you can just prepare it and prepare your profile in LinkedIn. And from there are so many companies, HR, and every team is on LinkedIn, and they can search you. And I am also here joined through the.
Okay, sir. Sir, I have another question, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, what qualification do I need to be food quality officer, sir?
See, your I am only MSc Biotechnology.
Sir, I'm basically MSc Biochemistry.
Yeah, no problem at all. You have MSc Biotech Chemist. It's okay, no okay. But
Okay.
after that, what happened in the good? See, after that, you can join in your any food institute nearby you, and or because so many food industries present in Tamil Nadu and Kerala,
Yes,
you
sir.
can join because the highly branded companies like Amul, Britannia, they are taking the
Okay.
experienced one. Okay, so before that, you can join any of the food company, and from there collect the
Okay,
information.
sir.
Okay, uh, after that you can collect the information because what I explain enough. Okay,
Okay. Okay, sir.
explanation, subjective knowledge and explanation is not enough. You have to do work. Only you know the more information. So you can join any of the company. Easily you can get the job. And from the see and during the interview,
Okay.
they can ask you the question. But
Yes, sir.
more than 50% and 60 selection is based on your confidence and way of answer,
Yes, sir. Yes,
not
sir.
your subject. Yeah, not on your subjective knowledge, because there are two three things, and if you are good student you can easily answer it, no problem, but all are depend upon your confidence. So yeah, that's good for you.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Anyone else?
We are running short of time, so kindly hurry up. MSc Biochemistry students, biochemistry students, any query you have? Okay, Abhirami. I think we can wind up because we are already too late. Continue.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. And now we could like to call Jurisha, second MSc Biochemistry, for deliver the vote of thanks.
Gratitude is a sense of honor, and it is a fairest blossom which springs from the soul. Good afternoon to one and all. I'm here to deliver my soulful gratitude. First of all, I would like to thank Almighty for giving this grateful day. Now, I would like to thank our college management for creating opportunity for each and every one of us. We thank you so much. Now, I would like to thank our chief guest for giving this wonderful opportunity about this, and it was really highly motivating, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for this opportunity and clarifications. Now, I would like to thank our head Department of Biochemistry, Anita ma'am, and the faculty members of the Department of Biochemistry for giving this wonderful opportunity and organizing the great webinar. We thank you each and everyone. Now, our students, for utilizing this greatest opportunity. We thank each and every one and who began and forth to this make this event a great success. Thank you so much for each and everyone. Thank you.
Okay, so it was the grand success of this international webinar. Personally, I would